Jimmy Butler is a well-known American basketball player who now competes for the Miami Heat in the NBA. Because of his success, everyone is aware of him. But when it comes to well-known individuals, a number of their characteristics will be kept a secret. What do you know about Jimmy Butler then? You'll get to know a few facts in this video that you might not have known about Jimmy Butler. So let's get going. Number 1. Jimmy Butler is not only known for his skills in basketball, but he also has stolen people's hearts for being loyal and loving to them. It usually hurts to go to an NBA game and not see your favorite star, but for 12-year-old Felipe, who had flown in from Argentina, it was especially painful. Felipe went more than 4,405 miles from South America with his older sister Zoe to attend their game against the Boston Celtics at FTX Arena in Miami. But when an attendant told Felipe and his sister that Butler was not going to play, their hearts broke. The 12-year-old dropped his sign in shock and put his hands over his head. Miami set things right by halftime after cameras recorded Felipe and his sister, and the video quickly went viral, repeatedly tagging the Heat and Butler. The two were given a signed ball by Heat players and a signed Butler jersey after being invited onto the floor. This is such a sweet moment, right? If Jimmy cares about his fans that much, it says he is something big for the basketball court. Number 2. Have you ever heard the success is something that comes through pain and troubles? This applies to Jimmy Butler too. He's gone through so much pain. Have you ever got to know about it? Jimmy Butler had a troubled childhood. When Jimmy was a little child, his father left his family. His mother expelled him from the family at the age of 13, saying, "I don't like the way you look." Isn't that rude? He recalled all his pain and talked about his painful life in an interview in 2011.
My mom kicked me out of my house, to tell the truth. I bounced in and out of guys' houses in high school. Like I said, my senior year, I found a stable home that just kept me.
But according to the sources, despite his early struggles, Jimmy still had a close relationship with his mother and father. However, having a troubled childhood gives traumas, but he tried his level best and won his life with his skills. That's where he is now. I don't harbor resentment. I stay in touch with my relatives. My mom, the father, we adore one another. That won't alter at all. Jimmy declared this in an interview. Wow, don't you think Jimmy has a wonderful personality? Number 3. The Kia NBA Most Improved Player Award went to Jimmy Butler in the 2014-15 season. As a reserve for the East, Butler made his first trip to the NBA All-Star Game in his 4th season in the NBA, during which he set career highs in scoring, rebounds, and assists. An upcoming player who has significantly improved from the previous season is given the Most Improved Player Award. The award was first given to a Bull in 1985 through 1986. Also, Butler was the first one to do it. Number 4. Jimmy Butler promises not to compare himself to Michael Jordan despite the fact that he broke the Bulls' record for most points scored in a half. The Chicago Bulls rallied to defeat the Toronto Raptors 115-113, as Jimmy Butler broke Michael Jordan's franchise record for most points scored in a half with 40. Jordan's previous record of 39 points, which the NBA legend established against the Milwaukee Bucks in February 1988, was topped by Butler, who scored 2 points in the first half before going off for 40 in the second. With 30 seconds left, the 26-year-old shooting guard hit a go-ahead three-pointer to help the Bulls defeat the Raptors for the second time in 6 days. All these prove he is such a good player, don't you think so? Number 5. Do you have any idea about Jimmy Butler's love life? Caitlin Nowak is a girlfriend of Jimmy Butler. She's an American model, blogger, and businesswoman of Polish descent. Jimmy Butler is a professional American basketball player who is presently a small forward shooting guard for the Miami Heat. He's one of the most well-known athletes in the National Basketball Association and plays in the league. Jimmy Buckets is another name for the 6-time NBA All-Star. He was born in Houston, Texas on September 14, 1989. However, there are also rumors that Shakira and NBA player Jimmy Butler are dating. Butler has kept his daughter Riley out of the spotlight because he values his privacy. What do you think about this? Can this be real? Number 6. Do you know about Jimmy's love affair with coffee? In general, he owns a coffee brand. Yeah, you heard it right. Jimmy Butler, a great forward for the Miami Heat, started his own coffee company out of boredom during the 2020 NBA bubble. This occurred after Butler began offering $20 coffee cups to other NBA players. Butler used an espresso machine and coffee beans from El Salvador that he had brought to the bubble while performing this task from his hotel room. In 2021, his company, Big Face Brand, which he had initially been more of a hobby, officially became a company. This happened as Butler and Shopify worked together to introduce the company through the Laters Creator program. Jimmy Butler is a professional in many ways. Don't you think so? Number 7. Jimmy Butler, a standout for the Miami Heat, who was born in Houston, loves country music. He has previously stated that he is now working on a solo album because of how much he adores country music. Butler talked about how he came to appreciate country music during a 7-month-ago visit on the Aloe Yoga podcast. After making its way to TikTok, the video has already begun to gain popularity. Butler's attempt to prank his colleagues was the beginning of his transformation into a lover of country music. They were all wearing Beats headphones and enjoying music in the locker room. In the music video for Luke Bryan's smash hit song Light It Up, he also played a prominent role. So the thing is, Jimmy Butler can also be considered a singer. Have you ever got to know about Jimmy Butler's music skills? Number 8. Are you aware that Butler set a Heat franchise's record for the most playoff games with 40 points? The Miami Heat eliminated Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the 2023 NBA playoffs, shocking sports fans. Butler became the first Miami player to ever have back-to-back 40-point games in the postseason when he scored 56 points and 42 points in the series' final 2 games, respectively. Butler also broke Dwayne Wade's previous record by scoring 40 points or more in 8 consecutive playoff games in Game 5, becoming the first Heat player to do it. What do you think about this? Number 9. Do you believe he admits that he can't swim? In an interview with players, he admitted that he can't swim. There's a video where Jimmy and Tyler admit that they can't swim. And that was such a funny moment. Also, there's a video where Butler tries to ride a boat with his friends with fear, and he screams while falling into the lake. That video shows that he is such a funny person. There are more and more instances where he proved that he is funnier than anyone. In fact, Jimmy Butler never fails to make anyone laugh. What are your thoughts about this? Number 10. Few people explore the enigma surrounding Jimmy Butler's wife and his personal life in depth. Despite being outspoken on a variety of topics, the NBA player is quite private about his family, particularly his relationship with Caitlin Nowak and their daughter Riley. Butler is well known for his changing hairdos. He tried everything, including buzz cuts to dreadlocks. Butler recently debuted a new style at the media day that contrasted sharply with his image in the NBA Finals. Shave size with a lengthier top. It makes sense for supporters to make correlations between Butler's new hairstyle and the Heat's recent results. Butler doesn't say anything about the subject despite how passionate he is. Could Butler's emotions be reflected in the change in his hairstyle? Maybe it represents his desire to move on after the NBA Finals or a fresh start in Miami. However, it's also possible that Butler is just being his fashionable self. What do you think? And that's all about it. Do you already know any of these facts about Jimmy Butler? Besides all his skills in basketball, he is a multi-talented and born with a good personality who respects and values his fans. Do you think the same? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you liked the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to get more updates on celebrity news. Don't forget to click on the bell icon to not miss out on any video and to get notifications on time. Don't hesitate to give suggestions for our videos. See you in the next one.